hair into a cunningly blown and natural windswept sweep, with escaping strands and tendrils, softening brow and chin. She remembered the hairdressing shop of her wartime childhood, with its boarded wooden cubicles, its advertisements for Amami shampoo, depicting ladies with blonde page boys and red lips, in the 40s bow which was wider than the 30s rosebud. Amami, she had always supposed, rhymed with smarmy and was somehow related to it. When she became a linguist and could decline the verb to love in several languages, she saw suddenly one day that amami was an erotic invitation or command. Amami, love me, the blondes said, under their impeccably massed rolls of hair. Her mother had gone draggled under the chipped dome of the hairdryer, bristling with metal rollers, bobby pins, and pipe cleaners, and had come out under a rigidly bouncy set, like a mountain of wax fruit, that made her seem artificial and embarrassing, drawing attention somehow to the unnatural whiteness of her false teeth. They had seemed like some kind of electrically shocking initiation into womanhood, those clamped domes descending and engulfing. She remembered her own first set, the heat and buzzing, and afterwards a slight torn tenderness of the scalp, a slight tindery dryness to the hair. In the 60s and 70s she had kept a natural look, had grown her hair long and straight and heavy, a chestnut glossy curtain, had avoided places like this. And in the years of her avoidance, the cubicles had gone. Everything was open and shared and above board. Blow-dryers had largely replaced the hoods, plastic spikes the bristles. She had had to come back because her hair began to grow old. The ends split, the weight of it broke, a kind of frizzed fur replaced the gloss. Lucian said that curls and waves, following the lines of the new unevenness, would dissimulate, would render natural-looking, that was young, which was indeed natural, the death of the cells. Short and bouncy was best, Lucian said, and proved it tactfully. He stood above her with his fine hands cupped lightly round her new bubbles and wisps, like the hands of a priest round a grail. She looked, quickly, it was better than before, thanked him, and averted her eyes. She came to trust him with her disintegration. He was always late to their appointment, to all appointments. The salon was full of whisking young things, male and female, and he stopped to speak to all of them, to all the patient sitters with their questing, mirror-bound stares. The telephone rang perpetually. She sat on a rosy, foamy poof and read in a glossy magazine, Her Hair, an article at once solemnly portentous and remorselessly jokey, such tones are common, about the hairdresser as the new healer, with his cure of souls. Once, the magazine informed her, the barber had been the local surgeon, had drawn teeth, set bones, and dealt with female problems. Now, in the rush of modern, alienated life, the hairdresser performed the all-important function of listening. He elicited the tale of your troubles and calmed you. Lucian didn't. He had another way. He created his own psychiatrist and guru from his captive hearer, or at least so Susanna found, who may have been specially selected because she was plump, which could be read as motherly, and because, as a university teacher, she was, as he detected, herself a professional listener. He asked her advice. "I don't see myself shut in here for the next 20 years. I want more out of life. Life has to have a meaning. I tried tantric art and the school of meditation. Do you know about that sort of thing, about the inner life?" His fingers flicked and flicked in her hair. He compressed a ridge and scythed it. "Not really. I'm an agnostic." "I'd like to know about art. You know about art."